the Digital Detox Revolution, how you can actually put the phone down and pick up more joy. Let's dive into this episode of The Happy Hustle.
Do you want blissful balance in your personal and professional life? Great. What's up, guys? My name is Cary Jack, and I want to help you happy hustle a life you love, one full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur, a professional model / actor, a digital marketing specialist, a podcast host, author, a biohacker, an eco-warrior, a martial artist, a hippie cowboy, and a humanitarian. My goal is to educate, inspire, and entertain you to live a life of passion, purpose, and positive impact. It is time to happy hustle your dream reality.
6 hours and 38 minutes. That is the daily global screen time average per person per day. It's insane to think about how much time we spend on screens. And if you're anything like me and you want to put the happy in your hustle, I have the antidote. It's called the Digital Detox Revolution, and I want to share it with you today. What's up, y'all? My name is Cary Jack, and I am a lifestyle entrepreneur, author, and founder of The Happy Hustle. I can actually say USA Today best-selling author. Yes, we hit number 39 on the USA Today bestseller list last year, and I'm very grateful and proud of that. And also, I'm the host of The Happy Hustle podcast, and I'm someone who is more and more aware of how toxic my phone is becoming in my life. Specifically, I get caught in the doom scroll every now and again, and I'm so just embarrassed and shameful that even myself with discipline and focus can fall victim to it. And it's because we're outgunned. Our mammalian brains are not designed to take on this amount of dopamine every single day. The Silicon Valley tech nerds are programming us to be addicted. And so I have the antidote. And specifically, I can tell you what happens when we force our successful high-performing entrepreneurs to give up their phones for 5 days and come out to the Montana backcountry wilderness for something we call the Montana Mastermind Epic Camping Adventure. So I'm going to share some highlights from that. Recently, we just got out of the woods and we're about to go back into the woods at the time of this recording. And it's just very top of mind because we're addicted to our devices. And it's not just inconvenient. It's actually destroying our creativity, our focus, and our joy. You know, the average person clicks their phone over 96 times every single day. They're opening it, they're checking it, they're looking at it. And it's just like causing anxiety, depression, reduced cognitive function. There's so many things that are happening on a subconscious and conscious level. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit of my story. You know, this first became true to me in my life when I couldn't even go through a 10-minute meditation without fully being disconnected. I had to check something, or I just felt the urge. And so I realized I had a problem and I wanted to fix it. And so it was something I wanted to change. So I started implementing more digital detoxes into my routine. Now, again, I don't claim to be the guru of shit, just the reporter of here's some things that are working for me and here's some things that might work for you too. So what I like to do is bookend my day with the first 30 minutes and the last 30 minutes device free as many days as possible, because those are sacred times in the morning and at night. And then when I'm really doing good on my routine, I do an all day Sunday digital detox. Those are just two key things that can just completely shift your reality. Now, I want to also talk about the actual discovery that we have when we're spending time in nature and not connected to our devices. So what happens typically is all the guys come out into the wilderness and we take their phones on day one, which is a Tuesday. And everyone's anxious. They got this phantom phone check that they're feeling their pockets. They're worried that their businesses might have a fire that they need to extinguish, or their families might need them. But we calm them down. We have emergency contacts that have my satellite phone's number, and we do our best to create as many fail safes for a true emergency. But the point is, we want them to completely get away from their phones and their devices. And so day one, it's pretty rough, I will say. Day two, they start to actually, accept what is, hey, I can be present. I don't have to worry about the time. I don't have to worry about the program. I don't have to worry about basically much. Just participate in the Montana Mastermind Epic Camping Adventure fully present. Now, when we get deep into the woods and we hike in 10 plus miles, that's when they really start to get recalibrated. Their brains actually completely are starting to rewire. They get tuned their circadian rhythm to nature, getting up with the sun and going to bed with the moon. They're also decreasing the cortisol level, those stress hormones. They're completely regaining homeostasis and grounding themselves as well. And it's really from a reactionary standpoint to more of a reflectionary standpoint is what I find that takes place. Now, day 3 and 4, they really start to accept what is, and they don't even remember much about their phones, but it does take typically those first 72 hours to kind of like let go of the reins. And then that's when day 5 hits, and it's like pure bliss. It's pure level of clarity, creativity that the digital world will never allow us to do. So this is what an entrepreneur literally said to me. He said, this was the biggest breakthrough that I've ever had in my life, was sitting alone by the Alpine Lake, looking out into the distance and just pondering life, my trajectory, my purpose, and all things that are in my current reality. And they didn't have a phone, they didn't have noise, just nature and stillness. So this works because we're constantly in this digital stimulation. And when we get to nature, we rebalance the brain's reward system. See, our default mode network activation is when you're not doing, your brain starts connecting ideas, solving problems, sparking creativity. So when you're actually not in that like constant state of doing, you actually are creating and connecting and solving problems that maybe are inside of you that you didn't even know. Also, increased presence without screens will help you become more aware of your surroundings and yourself, which, how many people have the text neck? They're looking down. They're not, like aware of their surroundings. They put themselves in dangerous situations sometimes in that capacity. And then you also get deeper human connection when you are phoneless or when you are fully present. That group cohesion and bonding that we experience in the Montana Mastermind is second to none. We are legit like family by the end of these trips because we're so much present and camping together, pooping in a hole together in the middle of the woods, like eating together. There's just crying together, laughing together. There's so many positive things that happen with that deeper human connection when you remove the tech barrier. So the key takeaways, here they are. Stillness breeds clarity. Your best ideas live in the space between distractions. So you have to have that stillness, which breeds that clarity. Then digital disconnection is a superpower in this day and age. I'm telling you, especially for entrepreneurs and leaders and creatives out there, you have to recognize that being connected 24/7 is not good for you. It's not serving you. And being able to disconnect is a superpower. And then community and nature amplify the transformation. So if you can get out in nature with some friends, or heck, apply for one of the Montana Mastermind Epic Camping Adventures, this is how you share and unlock new insights and new experiences and then build bonds that last. And then your tech habits are shaping your life. So whether you know it or not, you need a break. You have to be intentional. You're probably running on autopilot right now with your habits that you've created. I know I am too. I got recently caught watching a series that isn't serving me. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, Cary? I don't need to be watching all these episodes of this show. I have so much more stuff that I could be prioritizing my time with. So these habits shape our life. And if you're not happy with your reality right now, look at your tech usage. And maybe it's time for that digital detox revolution. So that's all I got for you today. It's just awareness of what the problem is. And if you really have an issue, then here's some solutions. If you're right now managing your device as well, then kudos to you. You're an anomaly. So keep it up. And if you get some value from this, please just share this with somebody who also maybe has a low-key tech addiction and could get some value. That's my whole goal, is to spread the good word, spread the happy hustle message, and be of service. So thank you. I freaking love you. I am out. Peace and love all.